Run for your life! Your life, born by my ancient hand this day. Catacomb Cult Podcast. Catacomb Cult Podcast.
Welcome everybody to the Catacomb Cult Podcast. It's been a long time since I broadcast in my living room. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a tight pod to step to. Think of all them whack ass pods you slept through. Well, I'm your medicine and I'm sorry I kept you. I haven't done one in this. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Javin Romero. I'm your host for this evening's festivities. And yeah, the last time I did a podcast sitting at this setup, it was probably November, I guess. Yeah, I guess November. Cause I did one in Vegas and that was before Christmas, and then I did one while I had COVID and I was out of commission for a while. And I guess it's been a long time since I set this shit up. But I'm glad to be back. Feels good. Got Bazooka on the couch. Hopefully she stays sleepy, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel good. And yeah, the last podcast was the COVID one while I was on the couch, fucked up. COVID, I know it didn't really, the Omicron or whatever, didn't really fuck up a lot of people, but it fucked me up. Not like crazy bad. I wasn't like on my deathbed or anything. But I've definitely been sicker with the flu and stuff. But it took me out for like a full week, like 8 days at least. And I still it's been like a month and a half or something, and I still cough like crazy. I'll have like a cough attack at least once a day. Not like hacking shit up or anything, but like just like dry. But, whatever. I'm glad I got through it, I feel strong. Oh, yeah, but also I haven't recorded another podcast because on like the 7th day of Corona, when I had Corona, I was still feeling shitty, but I was, definitely better. And on that day, I ended up going to the ER because I blew myself up. I'll show pictures right here. Or no, let me tell the story, then I'll show the pictures. But yeah, I was filling up, those torch lighters. Everybody uses them. They're kind of like the creme brulee shit or crackheads use, or like dabbers use and shit too. But yeah, I have one of those torch lighters, and I was filling it up like I always have, like I've done a million times. But this time I was filling it up with butane that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I don't know if it was that, but I don't even really know how it happened. When I say I blew myself up, I literally was engulfed by a giant fireball. Just a split second too, just a and like when that happened, I don't really even know how it happened because I've done it a million times. I didn't even realize I was doing anything wrong. So I was standing in my kitchen, filling it up over the sink. Cause you know how like sometimes butane's liquidy and it drips. And I guess it was dripping a grip. I didn't see it. This is like just my theory, cause I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. And I've done it a bunch. And yeah, I was like filling it up. Everything was cool. And then I went to light it, light the lighter when it was filled up. And just from the sink just came a giant fireball and just engulfed me. Went all the way up to my ceiling. My dog went running. And like all my chest hair was burned. I still have marks on my chest and shit. And my hands, they're still like mad pink and shit. I'll show you those pictures now. Yeah, this is what they look like. This was the first day, and this was a few days later. My hands got fucking wrecked, man. But my eyebrows were burnt down to like look like I shaved them off. I had a huge ass beard at the time, and it just turned white. It was all curled up, burnt hair. It was just burnt. Like when hair turns white when you burn it, it was just whoosh, all across my face. I had to shave my mustache. That's why my mustache is a little unruly right now. And this was like a month ago. But yeah, I had to shave my whole beard off, shave my mustache off, because I looked like a fucking. And then after I did that, I looked like a fucking weirdo. I haven't shaved my mustache off since I was probably like 15. Here, let me take these off. But yeah, so that happened, and if that was at the end of COVID where I was locked in my house for a week, and then I just had my hands. Like, burns are weird, man, because, like, at first, like, I was just like, oh, I got these blisters. It's no big deal, you know? And then, like, you know, I went to ER because the pain wouldn't stop. That's why I went to the ER. The pain would not stop. And I was like, yo, like, and I fucked up. I went to the Veterans Hospital ER at first because I just looked up emergency room. I'm not from Long Beach. And I went to and they were like, yo, we can't take you. You're not a veteran. And I was like, hey, man, I just want a doctor to tell me what to do. And he's like, yo, you got to dip, dude. You're not a veteran. And I was like, all right. And then I went to Long Beach Memorial. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, your hands are fucked up. You should probably see somebody. So, but you're not in emergency pain. You're not like an emergency ICU unit. You know what I mean? You know, it was just my hands and my chest and shit. But they were like, they brought me in right away and they gave me assessment and blood pressure and all that. And they were like, all right, go in the lobby and wait. And I was like, is there anything we can do with my hands, dude? Like they're killing me. Like, the burning, it's a burning sensation that would not stop. It wouldn't go like in waves where it would like hurt a lot and then not a lot, you know, and then be okay, like how some pain is. It was nonstop, you know what I mean? And it was fucking killing me. And then, so she gave me an ice pack and that did help a little bit. And then I asked the lady, you know, the fucking emergency room in Long Beach it was like the movies, man. And I asked the lady, I was like, hey, do you know how long you think it might be? And she was like, oh, yeah, you might be here 9 hours. There's a guy over there. He's been waiting here 16 hours. And I was like, 9 hours? It's the middle of the night. I got to get the fuck home. So then I was like, fuck this. And I went outside and there was like this EMT ambulance driver smoking a cigarette. And I was like, hey, man, look, I had these big ass blisters. You saw them. And I was like, hey, man, is this ain't like, cause you know, I heard burns are weird. Like they can go, like if you don't get them fucked with right away, they can eat your nerves and shit and go to your bone and really fuck you up. Like, and these were luckily 2nd degree burns, which are bad, but they weren't 3rd degree. So he's like, yeah, they're fucked up. Your hands are fucked up, but you're not like in any like death danger. Not dead. But he was like, you're not in any like crazy, you know, you need to seek help immediately. He was like, just go home and run them under water for like a half an hour or put your hands in a bowl of water and just let them chill. And then he was like, go to like urgent care or your doctor or whatever in the morning. So that's what I did. And I just had my hands in a bowl of water and like watched South Park. And after like a half an hour, I was like, oh, the pain's gone. And that's all I really cared about was the fucking pain because it was insane. The pain. And then it was all just pretty much like light 2nd degree on my stomach and shit and in my armpits. I had it everywhere. It was crazy. I have a definite newfound respect for fire. It was a motherfucker. And it really sucked because I had my hands, my hands were like incapacitated for like a week. And I just had to quarantine at home for fucking 10 days. And then like I'm finally coming out of that fucking COVID hole and my hands get fucked up and I can't do shit. I can't even put my hands in my pockets. Like I wrap them up going to the store. Like I have to like put my fingers in my pocket to get my keys and my wallet and picking up Bazooka's dog shit. It was just a whole fuck fest. And then after like 2 weeks, they were good. It was just like peeling and shit. Oh yeah, my nose was all fucked up too. My nose, like, it might still be red. It like dripped off. It like melted off. After I didn't even know I burnt my nose. And like 3 days later, it turned like yellow. Just the tip. That's what she said. But it turned like yellow and then just fucking fell off. It was crazy. And it was a split second, just a like not even a full second. I was in fire for not even a full second. So I definitely have a newfound respect. I look at myself when I was like 16 jumping over fires at woods parties and shit like, Jesus, what a dumbass. But anyway, I'm glad to be back. I'm healthy. I'm feeling good. I'm getting back to videos. YouTube, I'm just going to start trying to do YouTube shorts and shit like that. And we're getting back to guests. I got a guest coming next week. Hopefully. That's the thing about guests. It's like, I live in Long Beach, so it's kind of a bitch to get them, to come out here for free and shit. You know what I mean? And like, I'll be like, yeah, I'll give you beers or whatever, Xanax and ecstasy, whatever you need. But yeah, so hopefully next week I'll have a guest. I don't want to say who it is just because I don't know, hopefully they come. But yeah, and I'm going to try and do more consistent guests. I think people like that more than just hearing me rant, But I like to rant too, so I'm going to keep doing whatever the fuck I want to do. But I want to do more succulent variations. I had so much fun doing that. I didn't realize the snow would crunch under my feet so loud. So I think I explained that in my COVID video. I don't even really remember that video. That was a blur, that one. But okay, let's get to some topics. I hope everybody's doing good though. Hope they have a good new year. I still feel like it's the new year because my whole fucking January was pretty much taken from me. All right, got some vino, classic. What are we drinking tonight? It's Cabernet. That's all I drink, But what brand? It might be Cheap Boda Box. Maybe it's Provisions. I went through and highlighted shit I've already talked about and shit I should talk about. So let's get to it. I got a whole bunch of new segments or new questions, not segments, for my guests too. So that should be fun. I'm excited to ask some of those questions. Okay. So I guess we can start off in the grievance corner. Little grievances. And it's not really bad. I probably shouldn't say this on here considering I'm a freelance photographer. One of my grievances is when a model asks me to like take photos for them, right? And I do. And I edit them for probably, if it's just a regular photo, like a regular beauty shot, that'll take me at least 35, 40 minutes. Just because I go through and do shit that you probably will never even notice. It's just, that's the process. That's how I learned, to do this step, go through, get every piece of lint off the shirt. Just, I don't know why. Like, I just do that. Go through, get, if you want me to go overboard, get imperfections out. Not like moles and shit. Not shit that's real or shit that like, will stay with you. But like zits, get rid of that shit or like a blemish or whatever. So yeah, I do that. I get if your fucking eyebrow hair is fucked up, I'll get that. I'll get these flyaways and that shit is hard to do. So anyway, it's not hard. Like once you learn it, it's not hard to do. It's just tedious as fuck. But one thing that I've been noticing, like, it's like, yo, if you like, there was a few girls I've shot recently, not recently, but this has happened a bunch. Here, let me start. I'm stuttering like a motherfucker. Recently and in the past, there's a few girls that'll take my photos that I've shot and edited my ass off, and they'll add the Instagram filters or add some other shit or add that paper filter. Hold on, copper. But they'll add that paper overlay to make it look like paper and shit. And it does look cool, whatever. But like, ask me to do that. Like, you should ask me like, hey, can you make it look like an RGB split? That's where it's red, blue, and green and shit. Where you split it to make it look like, the old 3D shit. And or you put a paper overlay. Can you make it look like a vintage? Tell me that, and I'll do that. I'll do it in the way I like. And if you don't like it, but like a regular beauty portrait, if you don't like it like that, don't use me. Don't, you know what I mean? That's what I do. That's my style. That's how I edit. You know, other people edit in their own ways. Other photographers edit their own shit. So go to them. Just like, I'm not like mad or anything, but it's like, hey, I put in so much work on this and work that you didn't do. And then you just pop a filter that's pre-made on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And it's kind of just like, it kind of takes the wind out of my sails. Like, fuck, you should have told me that. You should have like said like, hey, this picture that you did this beauty portrait on, that's dope. Looks dope. But hey, can you add something crazy, add something trippy, and I'll do it. I'll try to do it at least. And if you don't like that, then shit out of luck. Go to another motherfucker. No, all right, I'm not mad or anything. I probably shouldn't say that because I don't want to like turn people off to my services. But that's just a little grievance, and it's happened a lot. Also, not properly crediting photographers. I know a lot of photographers bitch about that, but it's true because you like this one girl. She's a real nice person. I don't think she did it on purpose or anything, but this was years ago. This was like maybe 2017, 18. I took photos of her, and she ended up getting like a article in LA Times, a big paper, you know? And it was announcing that she was performing at Coachella. She was a singer and shit and beat maker and all that. And I was like, dope. And it was the picture I took of her. And I was like, yo, it's like it's in those moments where it's like, hey, somebody might think that's a really dope picture out of the thousands of people reading the magazine or the paper and be like, hey, you know, let me look this cat up. Whatever. It's just like proper credit where credit's due because I could use that in my portfolio or whatever, you know, all that kind of shit. And yeah, and then I commented rad photo and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just think she didn't know how things work, but I don't know why I'm like wagging my hand so much. But so that kind of shit, you know, photographers hate that shit because we put in a lot of work. Like, I know it just looks like we're like, a lot of girls think like after I'm done with the shoot, they're just like, send me all of them. When can I see them? When can I see them? And it's like, yo, I got to edit them. And they're at least each one's a half an hour. So to edit 4 photos is 2 hours of work. You know what I mean? So you got to take that into account. It's not, they don't just pop out of thin air. And photographers hate sending the raw photos to you. We hate it. Or I do at least. All right. Oh yeah, here's another grievance then I have. Yo, we got to stop. I say we, the royal we, as a fucking society. People really got to get off. I've gotten my screen phone time down to like 2 hours a day, which is good enough. I'm a slow to rise person in the morning. So like when I wake up, I'll, you know, snuggle with Bazooka a little bit, wake her up, give her smoochies, and then I'll lay in bed and, you know, scroll Instagram and other shit for like a half an hour. I give myself like a half an hour because I'm slow to wake up. I'm not a morning person. I don't say even a word for a few hours. You know what I mean? You know, it's like those people with the stickers. Don't talk to me till I have my coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I'm like that. Like, I need a couple hours to fucking adjust. You know what I mean? Adjust to this fucking shit world again. Anyway, so I give myself that, and then, you know, randomly throughout the day, and then a little bit at night or whatever. So it averages out to about 2 hours, which is a lot still in my opinion. I want to get it under a fucking hour. But compared to other people, I know it's dramatically lower. Like I sent my sister a screenshot of my screen time, and she was just like, I don't even want to look at mine. So, you know, it's like that. But that's not the point of this. I'm saying we got to stop making everything. I'm guilty of it too. That's why I'm saying we. Every little thing we do we have to post in a story or something. You know what I mean? Every tiny little thing. And we got to fucking stop that. I do it with food and shit. And I have bazooka like, oh, yeah. Or, oh, I'm at the beach today. Look at me. Oh, you know, whatever. We just got to like, because the other day, and this isn't the first time this kind of shit has happened. The other day, somebody was at a fucking funeral. They film like the priest talking. They're sitting in the fucking crowd. They're filming the priest talking. Then it's a girl too, by the way, and they film herself walking up to the casket. They film this kid. He's like fucking 32 looking. He's like my age looking. Well, I'm 35, but he's like my age. He looks my age with the open casket and shit. And it's like, yo, I don't want to see some fucking dead guy like on the stories. And then she's filming the fucking later on, I guess, you know, when they're out in the graveyard. She's filming the fucking people lowering him into his grave, lowering the casket into his grave with the fucking forklift. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this, man? What is wrong with our like brains? Our brains have been warped, completely fucking warped, man. To think like that is social media shareable. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it with other people too. Friends of mine too. They'll be in the ER with their son, and their son is like broke his arm or something, writhing in pain, just crying and shit. It's a fucking almost looks like a bone sticking out, and they're just filming him. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't want to get off crazy. Like, but I don't want to go on a tangent where I get angry because I said I'm not going to be angry, but we really have to reevaluate ourselves. I would never do that to like, I don't know, like my son in the hospital sick. I've seen it with, you know, I've seen it a few times, that scenario where children are in the hospital and the parents are filming them on their fucking, you know, all laid up and shit. And it's like, yo, that shit, it's like, I don't want to see that. Like, you're not causing awareness or something. Like, you know what I mean? This is sick. You're being sick. And that open casket thing was another level to me. I would there's nothing sacred anymore. That open casket blew my mind. And if this person, I'm like semi friends with her. If this person is watching that, yo, I hope you're watching it. I don't got like animosity towards you. I'm just saying, maybe reevaluate your values. All right. Enough of that grievance corner. You know, I don't get it. One more thing about that open casket, just because it's weighing on me. And I'm an atheist, you know. Zuka's an atheist. She's still only 3 years old. She just turned 3, February 1st. So I'm shoving atheism down her throat. You know, I'm making her be an atheist. Like, you know, like Catholic parents do to their kids and shit. You know, they make them become Catholics. But there's got to be, you're in a fucking church. There's an open casket. There's a priest right there. And you're fucking... All right, never mind. Sorry, I'm belching. I'm getting worked up. The devil's in me. I know I've been railing on social media a lot lately, but it's really like I really just fuck with YouTube now. And Instagram for some certain things, but I'm totally off Facebook. So any of my Facebook friends, I only, if you see me post on Facebook, it's because it's going through my Instagram. Like, I'm not on Facebook at all. I'm barely on Messenger just to keep in touch with a few people. But yeah, everything that posts to Facebook is all through Instagram. I know it's the same company and shit. But yeah, I'm done with Facebook. And I'm almost done with everything just because Instagram, I used to love Instagram. It was just photos, videos and shit. Now it's just been like reduced to like, it's just memes and quotes and inspirational quotes that are people. I don't know if they're like reaffirming and they're just super sad people, but they're just quotes. And it's like, I don't know. I never got that shit. I was never into motivational speakers or even self-help books, to be honest. I'm into advice. I'm in for like somebody who's done it, like an OG, like an Estevan Oriol or something, giving me pointers. I'm into that. I'm into advice like that. But like Gary Vee, eat my dick, Gary Vee. I fucking hate Gary Vee. I hate Gary Vee. I know a lot of people love Gary Vee. They love him. I hate Gary Vee. He's so full of shit. And he acts like he's done all this crazy shit, but all he really did was get famous for being a motivational speaker. Like, he can talk. He's got that gift of gab that I don't have, you know? He's got that gift of gab, but it's not like he's like Elon Musk and now he's doing motivational speeches. He told you I have no gift of gab. It's not like he was like some titan of the industry and conquered his industry. You know who is that? Is Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat he was like a filmmaker, and he's kind of like douchey too. He gives you douche chills a little bit. But he put in his work. Pay dues forever. MF Doom. And he put in his work and he did that grind on like other shit, and then he started becoming a vlogger and like being inspirational with his vlogs and doing like tutorials and reviews and like what you know, like inspirational shit. But he put in the work. Gary Vee, and this is the real reason I hate Gary Vee. If you know me personally, you know I'm a fucking nerd, and you know I love magic. I wanted to be a magician, but my fingers don't work good. That's why I couldn't play the guitar. I can't palm and quarters and shit and cards and stuff. But I wanted to be a magician when I was a kid. I still love magic. I love watching the Penn and Tellers fool us, all that shit. But David Blaine, come on, killer. There's this cat from England called Dynamo. God damn, he's ill. He's ill. I don't know if he's still around anymore. But there was this kid trying to do a trick for Gary Vee. You know what? Let's look that motherfucking shit up, because that shit is so infuriating. This is some freestyle shit. This isn't part of my notes. That shit infuriated me. Before I say anything else about it, let's just look it up. I guess he's in marketing. He's a marketer. Gooder. So I guess he's not an inspirational speaker, but come on, fucking get real. His predictions, Gary Vee's predictions. Sorry, I'm a hater. I'm a hater when it comes to Gary Vee, man, for real. And I'll explain why I hate it afterwards. As a fellow magician.
Show you something really cool. Do you like magic?
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting magic done like by all these Instagram and YouTube. You know what's funny?
Really? Okay.
You know what's funny? I really like magic.
Oh,
I now really understand what the fuck people are doing. It's actually what I do, which is what I like about magic is its manipulation of attention. Like, I did not know what you're about to do. I did not know how you did it a year ago. I know exactly what you're about to do.
Oh God, dude.
And now what's happening is when
Shut
people do
the
magic
fuck
on me,
up.
I'm looking at
This is the equivalent to somebody being like, I know how you did that. I know how, like, to a magician. Imagine somebody yelling that up to fucking David Copperfield. The Copperfield would be like, security, get this guy out and throw his head into a trash can.
that they want me to look at, and I'm trying to guess what they're actually doing.
Oh, yeah.
And the
This
last
is
time
what
he
I
did
do.
magic on me, that's like this big Instagrammer, it was shit for me because I could see everything he was doing. Though a year ago, I would have been like, what the fuck? I mean, David Blaine's a good friend of mine, right?
Oh, God,
and so like
dude.
that shit was like, when I didn't know what magicians were doing, and he's so good, it was like, fuck me, right?
This makes me hate this motherfucker. I don't care if I've met this dude and he was super nice to me. I'd be like, dude, I saw that magic trick. You fucking ruined it. This kid just wanted to show you a fucking card trick, you piece of shit. Like,
Now I'm actually gonna get drinks with him soon because now I'm excited to see how good he is at his craft. Because it's so crazy.
David
You're probably the first
Blaine
guy
loves
that's trying to
filet
do this to me
mignon.
since I've completely cemented. The last time dude did magic on me, at the soccer thing. Yeah. It was the craziest thing now. This guy was really considered good because I looked into it and I could see what he was doing.
Oh,
and it's
you're just
interesting because it's what I think I do as a.
You're just so many steps ahead of everybody. You know exactly. You know the techniques of all these magicians. Oh, there's a crazy person yelling outside. He's seeing what I'm watching. He's like, yeah, fuck you.
I live my life the way magicians run the world, which is, it seems like I'm doing something to you, but I'm doing something else, and I'm trying to teach everybody that's what I'm doing so that you guys can do it too. Wish you could see I'm getting goosebumps right now. The time.
To all you dumb motherfuckers, I'm just like a magician. To all you dumb motherfuckers, you think I'm doing this, but I'm really doing this. Cause I'm mysterious. I'm not so fucking transparent that everybody can see the writing on the wall, but this world has just turned into fucking memes and fucking motivational speeches that I fucking flourish in that fucking cesspool.
Before that, it clicked. So when he came, dude in London, or where was I? Amsterdam? Sweden. I was like ready. And the reason I'm telling you is now I was so ready, it was crazy. I could have really blew up dude's spot. And I held off because I'm like, I wanted to respect the game. Now it's gonna be a funny game when magicians try to do shit to me of how fast and good are they.
Mind you, the kid hasn't even started the trick yet. This is his prerequisite for how he's he's basically like, yo, I can fucking see through cards. I can see through all your tricks. Like, I'd be like, if I was that magician, I'd be like, yo, I don't even want to do this trick for you anymore, you fucking asshole.
At that thing, because I'm not looking at the thing that they want me to look at anymore.
You're so smart.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
With all that said.
Yeah, you can tell he's.
I just really wanted to tell him that because it blew my mind.
Yeah,
it's interesting, right? It's an interesting.
Look, there was a cut right there. Like somebody probably said, like Jesus, like maybe not Jesus because everybody's dick riding him there, but like somebody was probably like, okay, after all that, well, can I just do this 30-second fucking card trick? But there was a cut right there to then him saying like, oh, I just wanted to tell him that. I just wanted him to know that I'm that motherfucker.
Way to articulate it, right?
It's true.
It was really interesting, and now I'm like into it. All right, go ahead.
So am I. I love it.
Okay.
All right. Deck of cards.
Yes.
I want you're going to stop me at any card you like.
Go ahead.
Whatever card you say stop at,
Yep.
that's the card you take. Okay? Go for it.
Stop.
There. Good. We're going to put that card, let's put it right there. You're not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. We're going to put this bottle right on top of it. All right? My job is to find every card that's related to that card.
Okay.
For example, if you had like a 3 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, clubs, and spades is my job to get out.
Okay.
Without you knowing the card, so this is what we're going to do. Let's do... I don't think any of those are your card. Actually, the first one comes to the top, like that. You see that? I know you saw that. It kind of popped up. The Ace of Hearts, which is interesting. We'll put that down right there. Can you hold your hands out? Because the magic's gonna happen in your hands, right here. I'm gonna go like that, right there. Now let's take a look. The next card goes on top. Take a look at it. Is that another ace?
It sure is.
Oh, is that the okay? So it's not that one. It's a. What was the first one? Was the heart or the
heart?
It was the heart. Okay, we'll put that one down there. Hold your hands out. Okay, we'll
This kid's
go
kind of sloppy.
1, 2,
Just from my magician notice. No.
So now I have to kind of have to look and assess the situation, see what I got here. Let's give it a few shuffles
No, I'm
like
joking.
that. Remember how you said stop at the beginning?
Yes.
You're gonna say stop again whenever you like.
Stop.
Right there. Take a look at that card right there, the Ace of Clubs.
I love it.
You're the magician, not me.
But what's interesting is, first of all, 90% of what's happened so far, I have no fucking idea. That one I understood. I never would have before because I was looking at something. It's super cool.
Jesus Christ,
cool.
dude.
It actually,
He
you will find
fucking
this interesting.
interrupts
I
the
actually
trick
want to have this talent
to
whereas
tell
before I
him
didn't even
how
think about it.
to tell him how talented he is. He interrupts the trick to tell him how good he is. To not how good the magician is, how talented Gary Gary Vee feels the obligation to interrupt the magician to tell him, I'm very talented.
You'll find this interesting. I actually now want to have this talent, whereas before I didn't even think about it. Because it's a real skill. There's two different things going on.
Dude, the trick's not even over.
Of like being able to maneuver shit, and then the skill of storytelling and all the other
Look at
stuff.
all these fucking dick-sucking fucking
Like,
faces.
I know exactly what that is. And like to
whatever.
me,
Sorry, I'm getting angry,
that's the
dude.
ace of spades.
Okay, that's the card I made.
He knows
it.
like
Oh shit.
oh shit.
Sorry, those are the.
That's a good trick.
That's what's up. That is what's up.
Gary Vee just totally fucked it up. Like, he was dropping all the aces on the couch, and then he was like, "Yeah, I totally know it." Like, it's Gary Vee, dude. Like, I saw that shit coming a mile away. You know what I mean? But it's a good trick. It's a fucking solid trick. But Gary Vee, dude, fucking total puke of this planet.
To me, that will forever. Honestly, that is so fucking gangster. I have so much respect for that, and I'm so grateful that is what I'm actually doing in life with my life.
Oh God, dude.
That's a gift for you. Thank you.
Dude, that was so badass.
Let's see.
That was so
Let
good.
me read
So
some
good.
comments.
And I made it.
Well, everybody's just talking about this isn't like somebody just put this up like on a regular channel, so it's only got a few thousand views. But on his Instagram page, I remember like Gary Vee posted this on his Instagram. I guess like he thought he looked good in this. I guess if you think he did look good, yeah, we're just not on the same page. But shit, I've been running let me stop recording. I've been running for 44 minutes. So I didn't realize, I guess I just rambled. I didn't even really get to any fucking notes. You know what I mean? I'm glad I talked about that, Gary Vee. That shit's bugged me for years. I saw that video probably 5 years ago. And I see people, and, if my people post Gary Vee shit, I'm not like, fuck you, Gary Vee. It's okay. Like, if you like him, it might sound like I'm being like judgmental if you do like him. No, if you like him, go ahead. I like shit that people fucking hate. You know what I mean? I just think he's a puke. He's a fucking puke. He's a puke, dude. Okay. Did that sound like Donald Trump for a second? All right. I guess this has already gone very long. We're at 45 minutes, so we'll get to some guests next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I'll definitely have some more guests coming up. I'm going to be doing the podcast more consistently. I know I fucking always say that kind of shit every episode, but it's true. And I've been putting out mad content, man. As much as I can for a person who has to pay bills and shit. You know what I mean? So I've been putting out as much as I can, at least, I should say. And I'm going to try to keep doing consistent. I'm going to put out shorts and shit like that. And I guess that's YouTube's new thing. My homie was telling me, you got to do the shorts, man. So, and I looked it up. It's kind of crazy, but I like the short form. I like doing my speed edits for, my composites and stuff. But yeah, there's a few other things I don't really want to mention yet, but I want to I got a few other projects in the works for some 40 Elephants shit. 40 Elephants, it's hard to go through like Catacomb Cult and 40 Elephants is my company, and that's, my photos and video and shit like that. Catacomb Cult is just this fun shit I do on the side. So, you know what I mean? So just know that. But support both, please. If you need some fucking photos, let's do some. I'm back and I got COVID now. I'm fucking, I had COVID, so I'm ready to go. I'm kicking down bars, doors like, yo, I'll do belly shots off anybody. Body shots, belly shots. All right, everybody. I love you. Until the next one, stay out there, stay lovable. Don't be like Gary Vee. I love you. Smooches.
Established in 399 BC, this is the Catacomb Cult.